Good morning, everyone. It's your boy DK Bones here with another movie review. This time it is Beverly Hills Cop, which came out in 1984. It is a buddy cop action comedy film directed by Martin Brest with a screenplay by Daniel Petrie and a story by Danilo Bach and Petrie Jr. It stars Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley, a street smart Detroit detective who visits Beverly Hills, California to solve a murder of his best friend. Judge Reinhold was also in this movie, John Ashton, Ellie Bochter, Ronnie Cox, Stephen Burkoff, Jonathan Banks, and Paul Reiser also appear in supporting roles. The film was released theatrically in the United States on December 5th, 1984 by Paramount Pictures, an immediate blockbuster and received positive reviews and grossed over $316.4 million worldwide, making it the highest grossing film released of 1984, which had a lot of great movies that came out that year. The film shot Murphy into international stardom, won the People's Choice Award for Favorite Motion Picture, and was nominated for both the Golden Globe Award for Best Picture, Music, and Comedy, and it also Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay in 1985. Beverly Hills Cop spawned a franchise that included 3 sequels, beginning with Beverly Hills Cop 2, which came out in 1987. The production of this movie goes all the way back to 1977, when Paramount Pictures executive Don Simpson came up with a film idea about a police officer from East Los Angeles who transferred to Beverly Hills. Screenwriter Daniel Bach was called in to write the screenplay. Bach pitched the idea to Simpson and Paramount in 1981, which is interesting how long it takes to do a screenwriting. Took almost 4 years. The name of the movie was supposed to be Beverly Drive, about a cop from Pittsburgh named Eli Axel. However, his script was straight action film, and Bach was forced to make changes to the script. But after a few attempts, the project was stalled. And then with the success of Flashdance in 1983, Simpson saw the Beverly Hills film as his next big project. Some of the people that they wanted to do the role, producer Jerry Bruckheimer claimed the role of Axel Foley was first offered to Mickey Rourke, who signed a $400,000 holding contract to do the film. When the revisions and preparations took longer than expected, Rourke left the project to do another film. Martin Scorsese was offered to direct, but he turned it down. And then I believe Dan Cronenberg was also offered it, and he turned it down. If you watch my video on Cobra, we all know that Stallone was considered for the part, but he changed everything. He wanted to be a big about action, and basically the script from Beverly Hills Cop that he had written turned into Cobra. And then he had other projects. He did Rhinestone in 1984, and then Cobra didn't come out until 1986. What else? Simpson, I guess Don Simpson and Stallone had some kind of beef, claiming he got Stallone kicked off the set or kicked off the project, and some howdy-do, but you can read in the description what I'm reading. 2 days later, the film producers Simpson and Bronco convinced Eddie Murphy to replace Stallone in the film, prompting more rewrites, as Murphy felt the original script was not funny. Besides Stallone and Rourke, other actors that were approached for the role as Axel Foley were Richard Pryor, Al Pacino, and James Caan. Harrison Ford was also offered the role as Axel Foley, but he turned it down also. It's amazing that this movie was only made on a budget a total of $4 million, mainly to Eddie Murphy. He got paid, and that was it. This movie, it it carries on in time. Being around or growing up in that time period, you feel like, oh yeah, I feel back like I'm a kid again watching this movie. There's a lot of action, a lot of funny moments, parts where Eddie Murphy, you can tell him he was improvising, and Reinhold, Sergeant Taggart, the guy that plays Sergeant Taggart, they all were holding back laughs because of what Eddie Murphy was doing. There's other cameos. You have, I think, Damon Wayans plays a role as a Banana Man. Eddie Murphy's sergeant or captain in Detroit, awesome actor, funny lines both in this movie, the second movie, and I really didn't like part 3, but really good. And then, as I say, in all these movies back in the day, the soundtrack is so important to the movies. And this movie had a banging soundtrack. The instrumental tune for Axel Foley, The Heat Is On, Neutron Dance by the Pointer Sisters, New Attitude by Patti LaBelle, and she had Stir It Up too. But this movie is awesome. It's funny. If you want something to just go back in time, this is the movie. If you want some laughs, this is the movie. Great movie, great first movie, one of the great first movies of Eddie Murphy's career. Check it out. Let me, if you like what you're hearing, hit that like button, sub up, share, comment, and hit that notification so you can get more of my videos. And I will talk to you guys next time. Stay blessed.